name is Narashima. My matrix number is 07DE17F1017. In this presentation, I'm going to share with you the findings of our mini project which entitled Learning English Among PKK Students. I'm going to present the introduction of learning English language among the PKK students. First of all, English happens to be the general purpose language of the world and the best source of communication throughout the world. However, most people have problems when it comes to communicate in English. For example, no self-confidence, nervous and afraid. For the next slide, I will pass to the next person.
Thank you to my friend. My name is Khairuni Sazayani. My matric number is 07DEE17F1077. I'm going to present the purpose and scope of learning English language among the PKK students. Our purpose of doing the survey is to find out how PKK students improve their English language in daily life. Our scope to identify is why PKK students learn English. Second, how they manage their time to learn English. Finally, ways to improve their English language. For the next slide, I will pass to next person.
Thank you to my friend. My name is Brian David and my metric now is 07DE17F1071. I will tell about the methodology of our mini project. The total survey of learning English language is 60 respondents and we have divided to two categories, which is 30 respondents from the student that get grade A and B from last semester of English subject, and for the 30 respondents are the student that get C and below for the last semester. All respondents are from Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu. For the first finding in our survey is about try to understand song in English. Based on the bar chart shows that PKK students try to understand song in English. The x-axis show the CGPA in English for last semester, and for the y-axis show the number of PKK students. As we can see, both category shows that they always try to understand song in English. Furthermore, as we can see in the bar chart, there are a couple of respondents that disagree to this statement. Besides that, from the graph, we can see that both of categories have the same frequency for sometimes. To sum up, there are more than half of the respondents that apply this statement and only a few respondents that not apply this statement. For my finding, that's all. Thank you for your attention, and I will pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Thank you to Brian David to pass the next slide for me. My name is Nazri Benelas. My cut matrix number is 07DE17F1047. So, I'm going to describe about how do you think about learning English. Based on this graph is divided by two groups, that A and B CGPA and C and below. For the group A and B, 25 students that choose learning English is enjoyable, while 1% in the group of A and B choose is boring, 3 of the students choose is troublesome, and 1 of the students is choose difficult. While beside that, group C and below, 14 of the students choose learning English is very difficult for them, while 3 of them is choose is troublesome. Then 5 of the group choose the English learning is boring, and 8 of the other choose is enjoyable in learning English. For the next slide, I will pass to next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you to my friend. For the next finding, I want to present about what you feel when you use English well, communicate with others. The bar chart shows the feel when you English well communicate. The x-axis shows the CGPA in English language of Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu student, and y-axis shows the number of Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu student. Between A and B student, the mind feel when use English while communicate is normal at 21 students, with the nothing feeling at around 4 students. In addition, a shame feeling is higher than a fat feeling at 3 students. For C and below, the most feeling was ashamed at 18 students and nothing, representing just 3 students. Meanwhile, feeling afraid is lower than normal at 4 students. In conclusion, for the chart, we can see that nothing is the most feeling when used English while communicate for the A and B student. Meanwhile, the main feeling for C and below student is ashamed. For the next slide, I will pass to next person.
Thank you to my friend. In my presentation, we shall see the result of our finding. First, I will go through the survey question, what makes you hesitate to speak English? Next, I will describe the trends and changes. And finally, I will outline the conclusion. First, let me quickly explain the chart. The bar chart shows the things that make hesitate to speak English. The x-axis shows the CGPA in English language of Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu students, and y-axis shows the numbers of Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu students. Between A and B students, the most thing that make the students hesitate is using wrong grammar at 18 students. In addition, not confident is higher than lack of knowledge at 5 students, while the lowest of things that make hesitate to speak English is afraid being laughed. For C and below, the main things that make hesitate to speak English is not confident, while there are no one feel the lack of knowledge that make hesitate to speak English. In addition, afraid being laughed is higher than using wrong grammar. In conclusion, from the chart we can see that using grammar is the most thing that make hesitate to speak English for the A and B students. Meanwhile, the main thing that make hesitate to speak English for C and below students is not confident. Thank you for your attention, and I will pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Thank you to my friend. My name is Rowena Zafaria. My number matric is 07DE17F1045. I will continue the next finding. Which group makes you more comfortable talking to when using English language? And the bar chart shows groups that students are more comfortable to talk to when using English. The x-axis shows 2 categories of CGPA, which are grade A and B and C and below, while the y-axis shows the number of students. For both grades, A and B and C and below have the highest frequency for friends, which are 19 and 24. Both grades also have the same amount of teachers, option for 3. Grade A and B have 6 students for family, while grade C and below decrease by half of the month, which is 3 students. and only 2% people comfortable to talk to others, which is one is their girlfriend and one is everyone else, which is strangers. In a nutshell, for both CGPA respondents feel more comfortable to talk to their friends when they are using English language as shown in the bar chart. As the conclusion, based on the survey, we can conclude that half of the respondents have a poor condition of English language skill. We can also conclude that the main problem students are lack of English language skills is they are afraid of being laughed at. According to the graph, so you can see students that get grade A and B last semester for English have spent more time practicing their English compared to the students that get C and below. Next, I will pass to my friend.
Thank you to my friend Roena. So we have come to the end of our presentation, which is we want to share our recommendation to PKK. Our recommendation that firstly, PKK should organize activity that will enhance English language skills among PKK students, such as do some activity like treasure hunt, and the prize will be suitable for PKK students. Secondly, staff that in charge in Polytechnic Kota Baru, Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu should add some new rule. So PKK students should apply English in their daily life often in every department. Thirdly and lastly, PKK students should treat English as a living language than subject for studying. Lastly, as a group representative, I would like to say thank you for your listening and attention. That's all from us. Thank you once again.